Hello. Welcome to Malls on Mission. I'm Philip,
And I'm Anna.
and here we go.
Still got cookie in my teeth.
You still got some lip smacking to do. All right, well, are you ready for my question?
As ever.
That's true, which is never. Never as I ever. Is that how that? No, that's not how that works. Okay, my question for today. Anna, what word is best?
In what context?
Yes. What context
Well,
would you like the question to apply to?
it's like the way you presented it made me think of Dwight Schrute.
Yes, exactly.
Or
That's where I was
sorry,
definitely pulling that from.
not Dwight.
It was
It's
Jim Halpert to Dwight Schrute.
I've never watched The Office. That's not true. I've seen a few episodes.
You've seen a few episodes.
I hid behind a pillow the whole
Uh-huh.
time. Best word.
What context would you like this question to be in?
Is it the best sounding word? The greatest
Would you like it to be
meaning? I feel trapped by this question because I'm a word person from a word
Is the kind of question
family.
as well that I hate most in life. The endlessly open-ended question. One, I'm sorry. Two,
Open endlessly
yes.
question.
Yes. The endlessly open-ended question.
Okay.
Let's go with sound. That was one of the contexts, or the applications that you had proposed.
Yes. That is one of the. Or best, like, prettiest written is another option. Best
Okay.
word
Would you
written.
like written? Best written word.
Minimum is
Ooh.
so fun.
Yeah.
Because except for the dots on the eyes, it would be pretty much
At least in cursive.
impossible to if you made every So minimum is a nice word to visually I like minimum.
You like minimum.
Minimum. It's also fun
Okay.
to say.
It is fun to say. Minimum. Yeah.
So-
Whoever's listening, just try it. Just try it. Minimum.
Come on, you can do it.
Minimum. You know you want to. Uh,
Okay, what's your answer?
well, that's good. Well, I mean, that's the best word, obviously.
Okay,
So
so I win.
yeah, absolutely. I could try to give the second best
Okay,
word
I'll allow it.
written out. Oh, that's going to be really hard for me. Because normally when I write out words, they're not right. So,
You could pick a different category. Best word in a different category.
best word in a different category. See, what I've unwittingly done is put myself in the scenario that I hate most in life, which is to be presented with a endlessly open-ended question.
Yes.
Yep. I am gonna say the best word is Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna give an answer of best word, and that is word I like the most. It's one of my favorite words.
Okay.
Prognosticate.
Ah, yes.
I enjoy this word. I don't use it much, but I do enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna define it.
Go to your dictionaries, people.
Yep. Yeah, it spans various areas of interest for me. Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not one people use often.
Nope. But
Is it
it's
often
one.
or often?
But it's one that people do come across, just
Yes.
not in that form. Like
do
a
you mean?
shortened form is something that is
Yes.
used.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good.
Cool. All right. Now on to something potentially more substantial than my stupid questions.
It's prognosis.
All right, time for an update. So, I think first thing we have to update on is that we are recording from a new location.
Kind of. I mean,
Kind of.
yes.
Yeah, if you're looking
Don't
in
freak
Latin
out.
long, it's pretty much exactly the same. But if you're looking in type of structure, it is different.
Yes, it is.
We no longer are the owners of a fifth wheel,
Tears.
and we are now the
Big
renters
sad.
of an apartment.
Woo!
Yep, so we packed up. Okay, first question for you about this. How did you think the move experience out of a fifth wheel into an apartment would go? What were your expectations?
My expectations were that most of our things were already in boxes, and so it would just be a quick couple of trips,
Yeah.
unload said boxes, and then place those items into the plethora of options
For storage.
in an apartment. The second half did not live up to my expectations. There are no closet. Well, there are two closets, but there's no like linen closet or hall closet or I guess there's a coat closet. But like the storage space in an apartment is much less efficient than in a fifth wheel.
Yeah, I
Or
would
an
say
RV.
that was definitely one of mine too. I was like, we don't really have anything. You know, we're in a fifth wheel. You can't have stuff when you're in a fifth wheel. And then it's like 3 vehicles taking multiple trips back and forth, and I'm like, wow, we have
lots of stuff.
there's a lot. This is a very efficient space. Like
Yes.
you can fit stuff all over the place.
I think the biggest storage issue we've come across is that the bathroom, I genuinely thought our bathroom was so tiny, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you can't really store much in there.
Yeah.
Wrong. You could store so much stuff in there compared to our current very large in comparison bathroom because there was like,
So we have a
there
lot
were
more
shelves.
space in the apartment, but none of it is storage space.
Yes. So we've had to be actually more creative, I think
so.
in organizing the apartment than we did in the fifth wheel, which is just really funny. We did not expect that at all.
Yeah. For anyone out there thinking about doing the fifth wheel life, and you're like, how am I going to fit my stuff? One, you probably will have to get rid of some stuff because, especially furniture, you can't really
Big
take your
items
furniture with
don't
you.
fit.
But there is a lot of storage. Yeah.
Yeah. And we loved our time in the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
It was so great. We're also really happy to be in an apartment.
There are definitely benefits to
There
being
are so
in an
many
apartment.
pros. I mean, we moved across the street, basically.
Yeah.
But in doing so, we moved
In the same building.
next door to all of our friends instead of across the street from all of our friends, which is a surprising difference.
Yep.
Because when we're just hanging out in our backyard, so to speak, we're encountering our friends.
Yep.
Whereas we had to go for a walk to see those same people when we lived across the street and behind a couple of museum buildings. So, that's been super nice, especially in the last month of craziness, which I know I'm getting ahead of ourselves a little bit.
That's fine. We can get ahead of ourselves.
But with our intercultural communications course, my capacity, my margins were pretty stretched, pretty thin.
And I was not with all my normal coworkers in the aviation hangar.
Yes, so I didn't have the brain space to like initiate hangouts. So it was such a gift to be able to just walk outside and there's my friends.
Yeah.
Instead of texting, hey, do you want to get together? Oh, let's see, let's work around nap schedules and ICC schedules and homework stuff that we need to do and all the other things. So that was really nice. Also, we got hit with a massive heat wave 2 weeks ago.
that has been delightfully followed up with like 70s weather.
It's currently in the 60s right now,
Yeah,
which is wild.
It's August.
Yeah,
That's
where are
crazy.
we? But yeah, the previous week we were up into, I think the feels like temperature was over it was like 105 one day, so that was brutal, but because we're in an apartment, the walls are insulated.
Yes.
So we did not struggle to stay cool like we were doing in the fifth wheel.
Yep.
So we are rejoicing at the kindness of God in both giving us an apartment and providing a place for the fifth wheel, a buyer for the fifth wheel, and it is now parked in its new home back in Florida.
Yep.
And it's no longer ours. So
yep,
we said goodbye to it. And we also had to say goodbye to our kitty.
We did. Yep.
Poor Boogie.
Bye-bye, Boogie.
Bye-bye, Boogie. Because there's no pets.
Yep. Apartments don't allow pets
policy. So that was a sacrifice.
Yeah, that was sad.
But he is now living with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see
him whenever we visit.
Boogie in around Christmas probably.
Yeah,
we got to see him like a week after we moved because a week after he went to Florida because we brought the fifth wheel down, and so I stopped and we stayed at my parents' house, and he was super happy to see us, and I think he expected to go with us, but he's a cat, so he gets over it.
He'll live. Yep. Yeah, so this month the big thing was the Intercultural Communications course that JARS puts on for pretty much anyone who's going overseas with Wycliffe or JARS. Mm-hmm. What are your big takeaways from the Intercultural Communications course?
Oh, man.
We'll pepper back and forth. You do one, I do one. You do one.
That's good.
I do one. Then you do one. And then I do one. And then you do one. Okay.
One thing that I think ICC does really well is touches on most of the topics that you are going to have any contact with going into a cross-cultural context. Now, they do not go into detail with all of them, but it at least opened my eyes to things that I had no idea were issues that I would be facing, or things that I need to think about, or challenges that I should be preparing for now. So one that I just honestly never thought about, because we live in such a law-based society, was the reality of bribery in many other countries and cultures, and defining what is a bribe. What does the Bible really say about bribery? How do you interpret that in different cultural contexts? Where do I land on all of this? I definitely thought it was a cut and dry, black and white thing. And then we start diving into it. It's like, oh, I need to think a little bit differently, or a little more deeply about it. So that was one that a topic I'd never thought about before. So yeah,
it's good.
What about you? It's your turn to do one, and then I'll do one,
and then I'll do one, and then you'll do one.
Okay, I think they got it.
So one of the exercises that we did several days was for language acquisition. And it's just different techniques of, hey, if you're in a place where, maybe you've gone through the formal language training, but it's not going to get you to 100. You got to keep learning as you go. Several techniques for involving kind of as many senses as possible in the language learning process. So it's not just rote memorization of words and grammar structures and whatever. It's trying to involve yourself in a daily learner kind of posture. And various techniques for what are useful ways of trying to record or catalog the language you're learning so that you can reasonably review it later. How should you, if you get a tutor wherever you go, what are really constructive activities to do with a tutor?
Yeah.
And just kind of looking at language learning, not just as another step to get to the real ministry stuff, but you can use language learning as a ministry opportunity to really build strong relationships with people that you're going to be living near, kind of creating that reputation that you're one who's actively trying to learn the language and the culture, showing a lot of initiative and just building trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool.
I loved that too because as a clinician, as a speech therapist, I was able to come at it as a kind of like how my students experience some things with language and recognizing a lot of the ways that they some of the strategies they employ reflect how language is acquired, how any language, first language is acquired, like by babies and toddlers, and how do they do things? They don't speak. They just point at things. And they're just learning the receptive side. So it was fun to come at it from both I kind of know how this works, and also I'm experiencing it in a way that I haven't before because I've never been in speech therapy or in a language learning context like this. So, yeah. It was very fun.
It was fun.
Yep.
Let's
see.
Now is it time for you to do one?
Yeah. I think the intercultural or the international church requirement that they have. Honestly, I thought that was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
But we got to attend an international church. Just 35 minutes away. Yep, just one town over. And we got to attend a Romanian church. So they speak Romanian there. A majority of them are from Romania or Moldova.
Yeah.
Or their families are from there. And so the whole culture is different than our Baptist church. It's a Baptist church.
Yeah.
It's a Romanian Baptist church. So we got to practice a lot of the things we were learning in class in a very practical, hands-on way that was still safe because I mean it's a Romanian church, but it's in the US.
Yes.
So for one thing, they understand Americans very well.
Yeah.
If we make mistakes culturally, they know why. But also, most of them also spoke English.
Yeah.
Actually, I think all of them spoke at least some English.
Everyone that we encountered.
I encountered a few older folks that had much more limited English, and tried to talk to me in Romanian first before they realized that I didn't understand it. But it was still a very safe context to practice, just kind of ease in to the idea of worshiping with people, worshiping the same God in very different ways. So, that was a highlight.
Yep, that was good.
Sure.
I really enjoyed getting a 2-hour history lesson from the pastor on just the Romanian church, and what things were like transitioning from, communist regime to free market capitalist, they're their own nation again type regime, and just all the weirdness that happened and the struggles. It was very cool to hear his perspective on how the Romanian church plays into the global church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And seeing a community with maybe placing stronger value on different things than an American church community. So, I really loved that.
Yeah.
loved that experience. I loved the people. They were so kind and patient and welcoming. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. So,
Yeah.
All right, now it's your turn.
My turn again. We had a couple sessions on like basic, I think they called them field medicine, breakout sessions. And those I thought were really valuable. Just talking about the different kinds of, malaria that we could face wherever we go. I didn't realize there were different kinds of malaria. I just thought it was all one thing, but apparently there are like different strands or strains, and so getting to learn about that just helps give some expectation of like, oh, here's how to avoid it. Here's how to do periodic like cleanses of the system and
prevention and then remedies for
prevention and treatment.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think JARS has an interesting position in that they're sending people to multiple countries, and so they have to touch on what are increasingly touchy topics like vaccines. Then there are a number of countries that JARS missionaries go to, and those countries require certain vaccines. And so, JARS just has to have a very balanced approach because they're in the U.S., and the U.S. is like, we are more and more wary of vaccines, or it's become more and more divisive.
Yeah, it's
so
I thought topic.
They handled those kind of topics in a educated and measured way.
Yeah. A fun thing we got to do during that was practicing using an otoscope, looking in each other's ears and using a stethoscope to hear heart and lungs, and practical basic, these are the things to look for if they're a healthy individual, which everyone we were listening to or looking at was. These are the things you should see. Just as a mom, some of the things knowing how to use an otoscope is really helpful because
knowing
kids
how to do a basic check for appendicitis and
so the practical hands-on stuff was great. And Philip got to use his tools that he got for EMT school starting, I guess I'm jumping ahead again, but that's starting in 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks. Yeah, me and two other guys, or they're not both guys, two other individuals from the maintenance department are doing night EMT classes for a semester to get our EMT certificate, and just to have that knowledge as when we go overseas where we might not have or probably won't have quick access to medical facilities.
In a lot of the bases, they do have a clinic or something, but it's still nice to have the background knowledge.
Especially when you're in a shop and stuff happens in a shop. And,
but
I just realized I keep accidentally stepping on you while I'm talking, so I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Good job reading body language. You were oodaing.
What's that? What are you talking about?
I wonder if that's giving too much away for the IC.
No, probably not.
Surely
They're
not.
riffing it off of the Air Force, so you can't spoil them riffing it off of something else.
UDA is Air Force?
Pretty sure it's Air Force. I think it's a military
like
aviation
kind of a thing. Okay, so UDA is observe, orient, decide, and act. So it's a loop.
Yes.
So it's what you're observing turns into how you orient to a situation. Then you make a decision on what you're going to do based on that orientation and what you observed. And then you actually act on that decision. And then you see what happens and you observe what happens and then you orient based on it's a loop. So something they touched on a lot in ICC, but also is just really practical for any situation ever.
Yeah.
And Philip did that just now, reading my nonverbals.
Yeah. He did it again. And I'm like, ooh, I did it again.
Yeah, we should add a camera to our podcast.
No, we should not. I have a great face for radio. That's why we do a podcast.
Okay. It is nice to also just bum it out in PJs
absolutely,
while we...
Absolutely.
It's like...
They don't get to see our bowls of ice cream laying around us or unkept blocks on the ground.
We'd have to do the whole dress up from the waist up kind of a thing.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, UDA they call it a decision-making matrix. UDA is not one that I learned in any of my aviation training, though there's two that I came across in all my training. One's called the 3 Ps, perceive, process, perform, and it's another decision-making loop. Perceive what's going on. Just gather all the data. Process is turning data into conclusions and action plan, and then perform is actually doing the thing, and then it starts again. The other one is called the decide model, and I am not going to get all of those points right in that acronym, so I am going to just say it's called the decide model, and it does the same thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
One thing that was fun this past month was there were times where worship, we worshipped throughout ICC, and there was a group of us that kind of formed a team and
little quartet,
did some live music, because sometimes they'll just pick a YouTube video or something, but because there were a number of us who were musically inclined, we got to get together, get to know each other, and the teamwork was really fun. Everybody took a turn in picking songs and picking Bible verses to share that were relevant to the song's choices, and praying. It was really fun to see all. There were 4 of us that helped with the worship aspect, and it was just really fun to see everybody participate in the background stuff as much as just, it wasn't just a show up and sing whatever songs the other the leader chose. It was very participatory through all of it, which was just, that's my bread and butter. I love it when a team is cohesive and willing to participate in all aspects of the worship, praying for it beforehand, during, and follow through afterwards. So that was really fun, and the Holy Spirit was so present, because the song choices, even though we didn't know beforehand, pretty much every time tied in somehow to what we were talking about, or something that we got to hear testimonies and stories from the field, and personal stories from staff members, and people who have been in these situations before. And so often the content that was shared tied in somehow to the topics that we were singing about and the truth that we were worshiping from. So that's always reassuring to know that the Holy Spirit was at work, and it wasn't just our efforts. Yeah. So praise God for that. Yeah. It was really fun.
It was fun. So that's what we did this last month, and that's what we have coming up in the future.
Yep.
So stay tuned for the adventure that is our lives.
Yep.
And feel free to reach out and tell us about the adventure of your life too.
We love that.
We love hearing from people.
If you want to look at our newsletter, there are some pictures from the last month that cover some of the stuff we've talked about. There's a picture of Malachi in there.
There is.
If you're curious. Because everybody wants to know how Kai Guy's doing.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. No, he can run now inside, which is new for him. He could get about 5 paces in the fifth wheel before he hit the little stairs.
Now he can run into different rooms.
Yep.
His bedroom, our bedroom, and the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's great.
So many options.
He's loving it. He's loving it. Alrighty. We'll talk to you guys later.
Ciao.